Let's stick with 2024 if we can, because there is this new report out saying that tens of millions of Americans are being targeted with a ton of disinformation in online black spaces ahead of the 2024 presidential election. It highlights three significant threats to black voter engagement in November, including getting people to not care about voting or the election at all. President Biden's broken promises, real and, by the way, made up, and stoking divisions amongst black voters via certain influencers who knowingly and unknowingly spread disinformation, like, for instance, Candace Owens, who has millions of followers on various platforms. She said blatantly inaccurate things, like, by the way, vaccines cause a, quote, explosion of childhood cancer, and that the Uvalde shooter who killed 19 children was transgender. NBC's Marquise Francis just dropped a story on NBCNews.com for us and is joining us now with more on this. Break this all down for us, Marquise, if you can, and what more you found in this report.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me. You know, disinformation is something that people talk incessantly, seemingly, about online or in person amongst their friends or whatnot. But they don't talk often about what is it and how is it impacting people. So this report out by Onyx Impact touted as the first of its kind to really understanding disinformation through online black communities. And they identified half a dozen core online networks that are reaching or targeting specifically black Americans. And they named gateway influencers and platforms, far-right activists, and media outlets, the black manosphere, black extreme nativists and separatists, health skeptics, and foreign actors. And they included a bunch of different examples, as you mentioned, Candace Owens just before, even the Fresh and Fit podcast. These are places that people go to for information, but when the information is not true and inaccurate, it has a devastating effect.
So, okay, we got this report. They've identified the issues. They've identified the misinformation and the problems. What can be done about it, and how much does Onyx actually think this is going to influence voters one way or the other come November?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, in this report, they actually offer strategic guidance in which to combat this. Normally, I would think, okay, you run away, right? But they're actually saying, no, engage with these platforms. They offered actually several key ways to engage, engaging with them not just before an election is coming up, but consistently. Also, identifying trusted messengers and discrediting bad actors, which is super important. And overall, aggressively countering that disinformation. I actually also spoke to the CEO, and she has something to say about that as well.
Black voters are likely less susceptible to many disinformation narratives, given their deserved higher levels of skepticism in institutions and government overall. But just like other communities, when disinformation is targeted and sophisticated and comes from messengers with standing, it can be incredibly effective and dangerous.
Yeah, and so this report and its findings are hoping to inform us as Americans, as people who are actively engaging in our democracy. And one of the things that I also found in my research is the fact that black Americans actually over-index when it comes to social media in this age where everything is put behind a paywall. Right. Oftentimes, black Americans are getting their information from YouTube and from Facebook. And so when that information is not vetted and not actually correct, it can really have such a large impact.
So when you talk about engagement, when you talk about combating it, who's doing it? Us as citizens, all of us?
Yeah.
Black, white, brown, no matter what color, engaging in disinformation and fighting back?
Engaging and holding accountable.
Holding accountable, speaking facts.
If you listen to a platform regularly, and they don't do this all the time, but they have someone on that platform who is spewing disinformation, it's all of our responsibility to actually combat that and say, hey, that's not okay.
Speaking facts to truth.
Absolutely.
Truth to non-facts. Yes, got it. Okay. Marquise Francis, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.